What attracted you to the soft skill training business?
Basically, I had the inclination to be a trainer right from my childhood. I had never had the stage fear, never had the, what you call it is, I always wanted to go on the stage, perform, enact, take part in debates, do Bible reading. I was brought up in a school which was run by the church. And every morning we would do the Bible reading. And I think that gave me the confidence that I could talk in front of 1800 students, teachers, take part in all the activities like elocution, debates as such. I think that made it sure. And one very incident that happened in my life, I had taken part in a competition and I made a very biggest mistake when I said President Indira Gandhi. And the whole audience was quiet. And it took me about 7 seconds to realize that mistake I have made, I can change it and make it better. And I repeated 3-4 times. I said, President Indira Gandhi. And then again I looked at the audience and I said, President Indira Gandhi. And finally I gave my punchline. I said, President Indira Gandhi of the Congress Party. And then the audience realized that this was natural person who is giving this. And then I made up my mind that I would be doing this training. It was by default I've got into training as such. And I've been doing training for the last 33 years now.
What are your unique strengths?
I'm natural. I go well prepared. But then I go as per the audience, and what audience needs, I give it to them. That is something that I have realized, that often I can quote, often I can do a whole lot of things, which is something which comes to me as if I was born with it. But people don't realize I have made a lot of effort, done a lot of my studies, done a lot of my homework, and then gone on the stage to perform. Because communication is something that is an art, basically, and you can master it. I've always said, a good actor cannot be a good speaker. Even a great actor cannot be a good speaker. But a good speaker can be a great actor because he can change expressions, body language, voice modulation as per the requirement of the scene or the audience.
What are your views on the soft skill training sector?
It's the most important thing in life. It's one of the most important things in life. You know, I have always believed, take away all the riches that I have in the world and leave me the power of speech with me back. And with that power of speech, I always get it back. And that is soft skill. Soft skill is a very wide subject. One of the most difficult things in the soft skill is that if you get up from there, come and speak in front of the audience. Because when you get up and come here, by the time you come here to the audience, the mind goes blank. And this is what we teach. Okay, why the soft skill is the most. You can be a genius. But if you cannot express that you are a genius, then nobody recognizes you. And I think soft skill is come there, computers will come, iPads will come, everything in the world will come, high tech, everything. But soft skill again, that inner confidence which we train people to become what they want to become is something unique about soft skill. That's one of the things that will never be outdated.
Which assignments you have in hand?
I am doing Times of India, I am doing Aisha, I do for Sony, I am doing for Bharati Vidyapit. In fact, day after tomorrow I am doing for Y&T College a demo lecture, and I am negotiating with Oriental College. I have been doing for Raymond's, I have doing for various other organizations as such. But in hand I have got Times of India, I have got Aisha, I have got Sony, and I have got open classes. I am associated with an institute called Fortius Institute of Training, where I am one of the promoters of the Fortius Institute, as well as I am one of the head of the training in the department. I do a lot of BPO training, I do a lot of, but basically everything to do with soft skills as such.
How many people you have trained and what is their feedback?
Could be over 80,000, 75,000 over a period of 33 years. I used to be a visiting faculty with various colleges. I am still with a lot of colleges. We have designed a very unique program for the third year college students on how to give interview, how to write an application, how to write your biodata, and giving them time management and getting them ready. It's a course designed totally by me. And getting them ready to go and face the campus interview, get a better job. And in the last 3 years, we trained about 3,000 people from Bharati Vidyapit College, Kharghar. and we'll be doing the same thing with various other colleges in and around. And it is going an ongoing process which makes you feel so nice, because every time you do this training, you know you've done something for the world, where the child or the student gets a better job.
What do you think soft skill is called soft skill?
It's a very subtle way. People don't realize the importance that it is. So it is very important, necessary for it, but they call it soft because they think it just chalta hai, chahiye, hona chahiye. So if you are good at your work. See, I remember in my younger days, my father never asked me whether I could speak in front of audience or no. He never knew that in this school I was doing all this. I was brought up in a boarding school. But he would only ask me, pass ho gaya, acha, nokri mil jayega. Now people have realized that apart from their graduation, apart from the certification, they do these basically certificate course in soft skills, in time management. So many things are there, and that's why it is necessary, it is there, but it is not there. It's not in the forefront, it is at the background. वो पीछे से आपको आगे push करता है. And I have always believed very strongly that if you can speak, then you can sell anything.
What is your business philosophy?
It's a fantastic one. If I have a rupee and you have a rupee and we give it to each other, we still have a rupee. But if I have an idea and you have an idea and we give it to each other, we have two ideas. And my philosophy is sharing. If I share money, it becomes half. If I share knowledge, it doubles. And I strongly feel that all trainers should share knowledge, pass on what they have learned, get more people involved into sharing. And I think an educated world, as Henry Ford once said, it is easier to run a country with 10,000 educated people, but it's difficult to run a country with 10 uneducated people. So we need to educate people, get them moving on.
What are your future plans?
Future plans is to spread knowledge, get more trainers, train them up, give them what they want, and share that experience of 33 years with people. It would be wonderful, if we have more trainers and more trainers which can now go into the rural area, go down to the villages, train the people. Because if you cannot express, then it becomes very difficult. You cannot make a small demand that you want water, or you're hungry, or you need some work, but you need to express yourself, and that everything that which you need requires training.
Any other important point or highlight you may like to share about yourself?
In the last couple of years, my training has been so good, honest to God, and God is great and touch wood as such, that I have never got less than 90% feedback from my people as such, wherever I've done training, especially Times of India, where I do Time India. I travel quite a lot for them. I do a lot of other companies again, where I do a lot of training. It's amazing. I had the privilege of also doing a session or two with the commandos of 2611, where I could get them positive thinking and all. Amazing, amazing people. In fact, I just shared a joke with them. I told them in communication, D&D means what? Normally it means diction and delivery. And one of the commanders replied, says, "Hamare liye D&D means do or die." That is the focus that I had. So, amazing things that I've had in life I've shared with people. And one of the strengths that I have is, it's a lot of sense of humor. You need to have a lot of humor. In fact, I started my career as a humor specialist.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.